What's going on, my beautiful people? So I don't know where you are at right now. I don't know what you're doing right now. I don't know where you are in your steps in faith, in your journey of faith. Maybe you are walking confidently by faith, maybe you are not. But I want to tell you about the power of walking confidently in our faith, our ability to walk confidently in that faith and what it could do, how it could move mountains in the world, how it could do amazing things out there in the world. So there's a story from Les Brown that I heard, and Les Brown is a motivational speaker. He's one of the greatest of all time in motivational speaking. And he said when he was first getting started on his journey, he had not been paid to speak. He had not been paid yet to speak, to do anything. And he would still continue to go out there and walk by faith. He would say that he would proclaim what God had said. And he would go out there and proclaim when people would ask him about it. He's like, oh, I'm going to be a motivational speaker. Even though he had not been paid to freaking speak yet. Nobody had paid him anything. He would go out there and say, I'm going to be this motivational speaker and I'm going to be world renowned for this, to be able to speak. And, he was helping people through that and doing all this stuff. And he just would continue to proclaim it. He would continue to proclaim it before he even was, at that, before he was even good at it, before he even knew if he was good at it or anything. So he said he would always go around and try to meet 7 people and tell them about, what he was doing, that he was going to be a motivational speaker. He would tell them that he was going to be a motivational speaker. So he would tell people, do you know anybody that you know that could help me or that would need my services? And he would just go tell that to everybody. And he said he did that for about 2 years. And then all of a sudden there was one time where he comes to this one dude and he's like, hey man, he's like talking to him and he's like, yeah. And the dude asks him, hey, what do you do? And he tells him like, well, I'm glad that you asked. I'm a motivational speaker. Do you know anybody that could use my services? And the guy's like, actually, so and so, and we actually, I think they were doing something they had a big event going on. He's like, yeah, I had this big event going on and we actually lost our speaker. Are you any good? And the dude, Les Brown's like, that's what they tell me, because he doesn't really know for sure. He doesn't know for sure, but he's like, just gonna speak it. And well, I think he was getting there. He was getting a little bit good. He kind of knew, but he still wanted to be able to go out there and do this. And the guy's like, well, how much do you charge? And Les Brown's like, but he's thinking in his head, he's like, I ain't never charged nothing for a speaking event. I don't know what to charge. So he's like, how much y'all put out? How much y'all put out for these fees to do a speaking event? And the guy's like, $5,000. And Les Brown is like, what? 5,000? He's speechless because he never seen that type of money. He never seen that. He wouldn't never imagine that you could get $5,000 from speaking and stuff like that. But Les Brown's like, okay, like, yeah, I'll do it. So he goes over there. He goes to do this freaking event, and he smashes it, man. He does amazing at this event. And this guy comes up to him. And he's like, man, like, that was amazing. Like, if you ever need something from me, go ahead and, like, just let me know. Like, just let me know, man. And Les Brown had also been saying, along with that he was going to be a public speaker, going to do all that stuff, an amazing speaker, he would also been saying about, I want to be on this one guy's show. He's like the Steve Harvey of back then. He's like, I want to be on this, I'm going to be on this one guy's show. He had been saying that for the longest time, for these 2 years. I'm going to be on this one guy's show. And so he asked this dude, do you know this guy? And the dude's like, yeah. He's like, well, I want to be on this show. And the guy's like, no problem, man. I'll get you on this show. And Les Brown is just like, I don't even think that he believed it at that time, because it wasn't until the next morning he got a call from the guy that runs the show. He gets a call and he's like, hey man, I'm that guy. And Les Brown was like, no freaking way, man. Like, he's been looking up to him all this time, and for him to just call like that and get him on his show, he's like, yeah, I've heard that you're a pretty good speaker. I want you on my show. Les Brown's like, all right, let's do this. He goes on his show not once but 2 times, man. He goes on his show 2 times. And Les Brown is just like, there's just so much power in being able to walk around knowing that you are blessed, knowing that you are favored, knowing that you have these things coming to you. Because God has already said that about you, man. God has already said that you have great things coming to you. And the Bible talks about like us being able to put the words of God in our mouth. Jeremiah has to have the words of God put into his mouth instead of the words that he has said. We all have words that we are saying about ourselves, words that might not be the most positive, might not be the most vision casting, might not be the most, anything like that. But if we could put the words of God that has said that we are great, that we are favored, that we are walking around encompassed by favor, that we are blessed, then we can walk around more powerfully. And we can be able to not only think it, but start saying it. That's the next step that I'm going into in my journey. And I wish that for you guys too, man. Because we can start speaking out loud. I'm going to do this because God has already said that I'm blessed, I'm favored. Of course, knowing that God's will is always going to win out. So if it's not in his will, God changed my heart. But for right now, this is in my heart. So I'm going to start proclaiming it because I know my heart is in you. And that's what I wish the best for. That's what I wish for all of us, because it's just such a powerful thing that we can do, man. And you start walking around with that favor and that blessing. You start to be able to create stories almost of these times that you're out there doing this stuff, walking by faith. I told in my last video about this dude that I blessed in Walmart because I was just walking by faith and I was so excited. I was so happy that I just felt like I could touch somebody and it could just change their life completely. And it was just such a different feeling, and like it was a story that I was able to create because I was walking through that, because I was walking around it, and I feel so powerful walking around it. And I wish that for you, man. I wish that you're able to walk around with this, that we're able to walk around with this together, to change lives, to bless people, and to just walk around knowing that we're going somewhere great. And it's just so exciting when you're able to do that, when you're able to truly believe that and start proclaiming that out there in the world. I wish that for you guys. Hope y'all are doing amazing today. Hope everything is going amazing for you guys. Hope whatever you're hoping for, whatever you're wishing for, that you can continue to pray over it powerfully and say it out loud powerfully. God bless you. Love you guys. Hope you're doing amazing today. Peace.